This is not nothing I ever will probably ever do again at great risk and much stress on me. I'm probably going to regret that I do this. I already just feel like this is just not a good idea. I'm gonna drop the link. It'll be all that old filibustering and all that old shit. I'm not having it. You know I'm not having it. Now you kick. I ain't say you kicked me out, but you muted me, and the nigga never answered my question. The nigga never answered my question. That was my problem. The nigga never answered my question, and I was just gonna get avoided. Then you had your some other nigga in there just dick riding. It just was. It just. My nigga said, "Damn." That nigga said, "Hey, don't do this shit already." Nigga said, "Hey, don't." You don't want me to do that. Yeah, you try to mute. And yeah, you muted me. And the nigga never answered shit that I said. And then the nigga get the buck dancing and shit. Oh, Kwame, I'm just saying that I loved you. You was with my uncle. You was with my cousin. And you had talked to my nephew. And you was up there being all nice. You was out there. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with brothers respecting each other. I never have a problem with that. But y'all niggas was on there like 50 Cent in game. I was just waiting for you two niggas to hug and kiss. I said, what is this? What the fuck am I watching? He said the people went crazy. I shouldn't have left. Damn right they was crazy. LBC was in there, goddamn it. But Jay, you was out that motherfucker like game and 50. I was like, I can't watch this shit. These niggas hugging and you know, now that we talk with respect. Then this nigga just start laying down like he's the chief authority of what men are. Ball with me. Okay. I like this guy. He can come on. You can come on.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Come on, LBC. Why you gotta do that to me, man?
Well, look, I'm doing screening. I'm not like Lamar. Lamar just let anybody come on. You know me. Fuck you.
I know.
Mr. Williams try to get on this joint and shit. He gonna pose like you and shit. I'm gonna screenshot tick his head. Then he gonna come in and say something gay. I bet you have a big cock. What?
Nah, LBZ. You know me. I come in there with my actual face and voice recognition. You know who I am. But what's up, man? How you doing, man?
I ain't shit, Brody. I ain't shit, though. Everybody has to thank for this shit, right?
Yeah, bro. Like,
let me start it with that. Everybody got you to thank for that shit. Even Lamont. Because Lamont ain't know I was shot. Because honestly, I say, I was eating my salad, minding my business in the house. This band, look, doing Bruce Wayne shit. You know what I'm saying? Doing Bruce Wayne shit. I don't want to be Batman no more. So look, you send a signal like a young commissioner out that motherfucker. I said, say what? Let me get on my A game. Let me put my salad away. I had my nutrition. Now it's Go see what's going on. So I turned to Brother Lamont's channel. I do. I said, let me see what Brother Lamont told. And then the first thing I hear is, well, and it's good, now that we talking with respect, because it's about respect. Because men, when did men ever start talking about other men? I said, nigga, when you talking about Stephen A and them, that's talking about other men. So I first heard that and let me let him keep talking. Then he starts saying, but then about me being an athlete. That's when I had to actually say, well, bro, why you get to be the only nigga to cry about the shit?
Right.
Who the fuck is stand on?
Right. See, this is what really turned me off, LBZ, about this dude is that he wants to come in here and try to get like sympathy votes because people try to call him a bust. Like, bro, do y'all understand when you get drafted into professional sports, all of it's fair game. You don't have to like the criticism, you know what I mean? But everything is fair game except for the racism, obviously, right?
Exactly.
But, and the thing that really turned me off about this dude is how he tries to keep Stephen Smith's name in his mouth. Like, bro, we know he's been calling you a bust for years. We get it. But at the same time, you retired, bro. Like, move on with your life. Like, that's what really turned me off about this dude. And that's what and then after you showed me the Breonna Taylor stuff, like, I was like, dog, are you here to say that she deserved what she got when she had nothing to do with it? Like, and I basically told you, I told you behind the scenes, like, bro, fuck this dude, bro. Because I initially, I liked Kwame initially in the beginning.
I know.
And then you showed me some shit. And then afterwards, Say Less showed me basically showed us some stuff. I was like, what? Fuck this dude. 30, 40, 60 times, fuck this dude, bro. For real.
Exactly, Abel. My whole thing is, I'm not even coming at it from a basketball angle. I even said it on Lamont's channel. I said, listen, well, how many layups you missed is irrelevant to fucking me. I don't care how many layups you missed. You could have missed 100 of them motherfuckers. I mean, I saw you miss them. You can't deny you missed them.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
But when you talking about when did men start talking about other men? Well, nigga, since you realized you like Mike, because men was telling you to like Mike, correct? Men was telling you that Magic Johnson was a bad motherfucker when you first learned how to play basketball. God damn it. Men was talking about other men when your father was telling you about Nat Turner. So, I mean, stop. I hate when niggas, because they the butt of the joke, now all of a sudden men talking about other men, something wrong with it. It's only something wrong when they criticizing you. But when they talking good about you, it ain't no problem.
Right.
They was talking, look, why he wasn't saying that when he was coming out to be the #1 pick? Why that nigga ain't go, man, when men start talking about men, when that become a manly thing to do? Man, I'm just a basketball player. I ain't nothing but men talking about other men. All I do throw a ball through a hoop. He wasn't saying that when he about to be the #1 pick.
Right. Right.
So niggas coming with that old simple, I love Kwame Brown shit, isn't. I'm not letting you. No, you can't. There's no way I'm letting you get away with that.
Right. See, that's really what irritates me about a lot of these so-called Kwame fans. They're just using all those talking points from him to try to get clout for themselves, bro. And like I said before, and you already saw this too. I had no problem with Kwame did what Charlemagne was doing because Charlemagne was in the wrong. You know what I mean? But now it's coming around here like, oh, he calling Rat Barnes and Becky Lynch with the good hair, talking shit about Steven Jackson. Like, bro, they don't care about you, man. You obviously are affected about what they perceive, what they said about you, but you're not focusing on yourself. And you know what really turned me off about this dude is when he had the audacity to say that, oh, the government should be the ones taking care of the kids. I'm just sitting here like, Are you fucking serious? Do you understand that this U.S. government does not give a shit about the average person, even a black person for that matter? And you expect me here to say, oh, we need the government to teach our kids when it should be the parents' job to be doing that shit. Why do you think Charles Barkley made that commercial in '93 saying, I'm not a role model, that the parents should be the fucking role model? It was for a specific reason. And that commercial stands out even today because I'm so sick and tired of not just black parents or any parents making up excuses trying to ask people to do the parenting themselves when they actually can do it themselves and supposed to do their jobs of teaching the kids. That's what pissed me off about Kwame Brown. And that's why I'm not doing it. I will never talk to Kwame in real life because everything that he talks about is garbage to me. Pure
My
garbage.
my only issue with what you said is you use Charles Barkley as an example. Cause
My
my
bad,
thing
my
is
bad.
he did that I'm not a role model shit. Yeah, that's
Right.
cool. But then now, 40 years later, you sit up here and preach to black people like you some kind of role model.
Yeah. I was just using it as a
I get what
contextual argument.
I feel
Yeah,
you. I feel you.
yeah.
Man. But shit, what are you getting into, young fella?
Huh? What was that?
What you getting into?
Nothing much, man. I'm just sitting back chilling. I'm about to turn 29 on Wednesday, bro.
Happy birthday early then, homie. Happy birthday early.
You know,
Y'all say
I,
happy birthday to the brother A.
thank you very much, LVZ. I'm still getting. I sometimes still laugh about the live stream you did about me saying that I was cooning when I basically tried to basically defend Phil Jackson.
On it for Phil. You love and Phil, man. I don't know what's wrong with A, man. Love that Conan for Phil. Man. What's wrong with
But I'm gonna tell you this. But I'm gonna tell you this. After that live stream, I actually read some things about the Maverick and also heard some things about what Robert Ory said.
you
Especially
know?
when Phil Jackson said like you have to let the spirits, relax your mind or let the masters like relax your soul. And Robert Ory was like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, do you understand how that sounds?
Fuck that sound. That shit sound moist as shit. Nigga, hop on Red Pill, but if you say anything about Kenneth Reed, I'll block your ass forever. Now just say what's up, nigga. If you coming in and say what's up, that's cool. I'm not having no filibustering.
mm.
I'm not like Lamont. You know filibustering.
No, I was like, do y'all understand why? Do you understand how that you don't want no smoke with LVZ? Like, bro, like I'm just sitting there like, man, can y'all just not try to like start something with LVZ, man? Like, he's not the type of person that's gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. No, no, sir.
It's
Too
not time in
experienced for
the
that,
game.
man.
Yeah, it's not time in the game. We can't be giving the benefits of the doubt. We did that too long. Now here go red. Go red pill, y'all. The great red pill is in the bill. What's going on, red pill? Let me add you to the string before I
Hey yo,
kick
what's
you.
up, LBG? Hey
What's
man,
up?
hey man, I just want to say, man, that the Lakers should sign Kenneth Reed, man. He's the greatest of all time, man.
See, I knew I'm gonna get your ass.
Oh shit. And let me tell you something about the Lakers right now, man. That Lakers team right now, it doesn't work because right now you're asking Russell Westbrook to play off the ball, and he's been ball dominant throughout his whole career. And this is what people are missing in this whole thing. The Lakers wanted to get Damian Lillard. That was the primary option. But after Dame said no to the Lakers and no to getting traded, Russell Westbrook was playing B all alone. And apparently Plan B ain't working out too well.
That damn red pill. You son of a bitch. You got me. You son of a bitch. I gotta break out my motherfucker Scarface, but you son of a bitch. You son of a goo. You got me.
Mm-hmm.
He get on my damn nerves, this damn Kenneth Reed.
Oh man, Kenneth Reed. I used to like Kenneth Reed when he was in Denver, bro. But then he stopped. Then he got out of shape. and lost
But
himself in the league.
the Lakers basically got niggas his age now. All right, don't be laughing, Red Pill. I ain't gonna block, but I'm gonna time your monkey ass out. You came here, thought you was gonna get away. Time out from me. With your monkey ass you got.
And mm, mm, mm. Man,
Man,
what a day this was, bro.
it was cool. Got mad, man. My man Lamont was on that joint. I'm going to do my impression of Lamont. So I'm going to give everybody a chance to speak because I believe everybody's opinion matters. You're just like me. We're all humans. If I do, is my shit not brown? What the fuck? Lamont. The time, Sharif.
See,
Sharif.
what Sharif got to say now?
Nah, I'm fucking with Lamont. Lamont said he ain't blocked me though. He said he was trying to get anti. Anti wanted me back. The people was waiting for me to come back.
Yeah, bro. Well, I was like, man, the LBZ was grilling this dude, bro. Like when you got to the question about Breonna Taylor, he had nothing to say. Like he literally ducked and evaded the question, which tells me that he still believes what he actually said, from my personal view. Because
me too.
If you know what I mean, because if you didn't meant what you said, but if you were trying to illustrate a different point, then you could have clarified it and basically say, you know what, the way I said it was fucked up. I apologize to the family for that. But he didn't do that. That told me in of itself who he really is, bro. And and that's what I said. No, we don't. I'm done with this dude. Like, and it's one thing for yeah. Go ahead.
It showed me something too, though, bro. It showed me that he ain't really want to talk about who's Big Four Mob.
Right. Sure. That's what really pissed me off about it, bro. Like
Big Four Mob, you not getting no run on this. If you don't get no run on this court, you don't know you. I don't look. Let me get this straight. All right, the link is for people who actually come here, and I see all the time. If you're not one of them, you're not getting in. You're not getting in. Oh shit, Jason Black went. Hey, Jason Black just went live.
Oh man.
So we got to go check the brother out, man. It was good kicking it with y'all. Y'all had a chance with me.
Hey, quick thing though. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna try to talk to you behind the scenes about doing the night court case and basically about Kyrie Irving, because I know Stay Ready been defending Kyrie for a good minute, and it's time for us to build the case about why Kyrie is not what he's saying is not correct. You know what I mean?
I don't know that he defending Kyrie.
I know. I think he's defending the premise of what he's doing. That's
I think he's defending the premise of what he's doing. But
right.
I mean, yeah, I definitely do that on there because I'm gonna be a belligerent witness or something. I can't believe you think that. Coming from where we come from.
Oh yeah, and also, by the way, how dare you pick words be talking that kind of stuff? Listen up, y'all. If you ever see them black people on the block, I want you to smoke. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, smoke what? These nuts, motherfucker.
These niggas ain't gonna smoke Slim. 225 girl, go ahead and hit that link. You know you want to talk to LVZ.
Yeah, come on, 225 girl. It's been a minute, man, seeing you.
Get on here. You know you want to talk to LVZ. Come on. Anybody want to smoke one with the old boy Rick James?
Hey, what if William Byrd decides to come on here and basically talk?
Probably Big Four Mom. Hey, look, you can be all that.
You know, I always
Again,
like to troll around with you when it comes to William
okay,
Byrd, bro.
understand that all of this shit is regulated by me, and I'm different. I'm not one
I
of
know you
these
are.
niggas. I'm not like them. If I don't
Mm-hmm.
fuck with you, I'm gonna get your mark ass away from me. They one of
Mm-hmm.
the motherfuckers. If they don't fuck with you, they want to be close up on you. They want to
Right.
see everything you do. They can't
Yeah.
stop watching. We got a name for that where I'm from.
What's the
Gay,
name?
gay, 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 gay.
Man, dude, bro. Elvis.
That's what the fuck it is. It's gay. It's extra
Man.
gay. It's the gayest of the gay. It's heinous gayness for your motherfucking anus. Pause.
Man. Bro, I tell people about, listen, when it comes to LBZ, if you want to be his friend, you got to pass the coon test. He's going to put you to the test, bro. And you
Yeah, I'm
probably
gonna.
don't get your feelings hurt in the beginning.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be.
Nope.
It's, look, ain't nothing worth. Ain't nothing worth being a part of easy. Look, like Kwame said about the NBA, it's a grind. But that's what Kwame need to realize, nigga, ain't nothing worth being a part of easy.
Right.
We know it's a
Right.
grind. And when you got
Right.
there, you thought you made it. Tell the truth. I got there,
That's,
I thought I made it. I ain't improved nowhere on my game. You ain't see no improvements from year 1 to 13. I was the same nigga that I was.
facts. And
Right.
that's what really pisses me off about Kwame Brown is like, bro, you were drafted the #1 overall pick. You have all those expectations on you, just like every other player that's been chosen #1. It's all the same smoke. And you know, Sam Bowie didn't live up to expectation, even though he wasn't picked #1. He didn't live up to expectation. But did you see him bitching about it? Nope. Adam Morrison was picked #1. You know what I mean? And he got injured and he didn't live up to expectations. Did he bitch about it and he complained about it? Nope. Right? So you played 13 years in the NBA and literally you did absolutely nothing in those 13 years. And what really pissed me off about Kwame is that even Kobe gave him multiple chances to see what you can do and get better at your game. And you did not do any of those. You didn't take advantage of any of those opportunities. Do you know how many people in this lifetime that would take those kind of opportunities to what Kwame had? #1 overall pick, guaranteed salary. All right. Life pension because you played in the NBA 13 years. They would die for those opportunities. And you sitting here making up all these excuses. That's why I don't respect people like him. Because if I had his body right now, trust me, I'd be working every day on my post game. I'd be fighting for my roster spot, my starting job. I would be working my ass out to be an all-star and be an Hall of Famer, bro. Trust me. If you research my name about what I did for Special Olympics basketball, you see how much I've accomplished in my own realm of basketball. That's why I can't stand people like Kwame Brown because all of what you're saying is excuses, bro. It's all cap to me.
Man, let me tell you something. That brother, he's sitting up there. Like I said, why he get to be the only nigga that they call a bust? They get to cry about it and get a
Right.
platform.
Right.
If
Exactly,
Harold
bro.
Miner came out right now and said, "I'm tired of y'all calling me the Sawyers," first of all, again, when was the last before that little did? Because it wasn't like they brought up Kwame Brown. Jeannie Buss brought up Kwame Brown.
Facts.
And they was like, don't bring up Kwame Brown. So really, you was mad that they really didn't even want to bring your name up. If you really look at it, you was really mad that they didn't want to bring your name. But before then, who said anything about you?
Yep.
Nobody mentioned you before then. And it wasn't out of context. Right, thank you. It's Jamarcus Russell crying because they still saying he the greatest bust when everybody knew it was Ryan Lee.
Yep. Facts. After Peyton Manning.
He said he had to live with it and listen to it. Do you know every look? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you some shit that a nigga need to understand. You just living with every athlete who didn't make it to the NBA is going.
Right.
Every high school All-American who everybody thought he was going to the pros. Now he working on a construction site, and it's still motherfuckers talk about. I thought he was gonna make it. I thought he was gonna make it, and he get tired of hearing that. But that's just how it is.
Mhm.
That nigga ain't. I hope that nigga. I mean, that nigga sound like Al Bundy when he scored them 4 touchdowns.
Right.
That nigga,
Right.
that nigga Kwame gonna tell you about when he paid for Polk High and he scored 67 that time against Von Wafer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to tell y'all know I ain't lying. Bert, get your ass on here before I get off of here, Bert. Bring your ass on here so I can cuss you out. Bert,
Wait till Bert comes in here and starts,
I want Bert
ripping up a
and I
storm.
want Brandon McCants on this damn line. And I
Right.
want 225 girl. Get up here on this line. I'm doing this for y'all, goddammit.
Come on,
Y'all
come on,
letting me
Bert. I
know.
want to hear from you, dog. Come on, Bert.
Hey, talk to your brother, man. Come on, talk to your brother, Bert. I'm in here. All right. This better be you, Bert.
Mm-mm.
Ain't nothing wrong with that at Red Pill. That's why I ain't even block you. This is, you know me. I'm a once in a lifetime guy. When I say I ain't gonna do this shit no more, it probably won't happen again. So with all of y'all get to get in. My brother Bert is in the game. We're Leonard at, man.
We in here. We in here.
You in here, Bert?
We in here.
Bert is up in here. Okay, we
What's
got
up,
Bert up in
Bert?
here.
What's going on, Mari? What's going on, baby?
What up, Bert?
Chilling, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up outside the DMV, about an hour, 40 minutes away, up the street.
Okay, Bert. Where you at, Philly?
Harrisburg, bro.
Harrisburg. Why
Right
you
up.
ain't say nothing? We was in motherfucker Hershey Park, fool. We
I
was
was
right up.
telling you, I said I had dropped my nieces off that day. LVZ was like, that was cap. I'm like, no, I literally dropped my nieces off at the Hershey Park the day LVZ and them was there. I'm like, yo, I just dropped my nieces off. He's like, that's cap. I'm like, no, bro, for real. I just dropped them off. Real
Ain't
talk.
that you
That's
supposed
crazy.
to find that joint, nigga.
That's crazy. That's crazy though. VZ though, I'm trying to pull up one of these Sundays when the Lakers play and whatnot.
All right, fool, hit me, man. Just hit me on email, nigga. Just call me and we come on through. We smoke something and watch the motherfucker.
Word, I'm trying to get on the LVZ's pregame. I'll be sitting off on the side, just not commenting, so I don't want to get roasted.
I'll be cussing that shit about what's going on if the Lakers lose. That's good to know, sound mind, sound body, skill, and development. I'm glad you rock with my channel. I appreciate it. That don't mean you getting on here talking to me though, but I do. That don't actually mean you get to talk to me, but I appreciate that though. You know what I'm saying? It's not as if I don't appreciate it.
I'm sorry, LVZ. I mean to break your wisdom. For the people in the chat, I am not an automaton. I'm an actual person.
I'm trying to tell y'all this is the motherfucker. I told y'all this is not a real person. Bert is look, don't y'all know when you be trying to buy something and then sometimes that shit say click to make sure you're not a robot. They talking about Bert. They talking about Bert. I like how they did this. I put y'all all on the spot and shit. And somehow, you know what I'm saying, Bert became a real person.
Oh shit.
Look, y'all, That brother got a North Carolina accent. Live in Pennsylvania. Now I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. This ain't even the bird I'm talking to. This Nathan Caldwell. Smoke Bird.
Man.
Bird, tell the truth. This is Nathan Caldwell. I know you, Nathan. God damn it.
This is Robert. This is Robert from Arkerton.
Shit. It's good to hear from Bert, though, y'all. We got Bert on the motherfucker. Brian, get your ass in here.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you talk all this foolishness, man. Your son won't calm down. Let me talk to him. Let Uncle LVZ talk to him. Come on, nephew. Talk to Uncle VZ. Come on. Hello? You know the kids love me. Put them on. I love the children, bro.
You know my first memory of getting to know you, LVZ, is I remember this a couple of years ago. You basically said like we basically were Peckerwood punishment back in the day, and you was ripping up a store. I don't even know what the fuck you were saying, love. Like, man, that Peckerwood channel when you were ripping on dudes, bro, it was fun, man.
Yeah, and YouTube knew I was having too much fun. And they said, well, nigger, this was fun, but you niggers are going to go down.
I actually would like to thank the one LVZ for helping me cure my addiction to timestamp and everything. Man, this LVZ roasted me one time. He said, "Look here, Bert, you gonna stop leaving all these goddamn timestamps on all my goddamn stuff." He said, "That's what you're gonna do." He said, "I don't mind you watching the content, but that's what you're gonna do." And I'm like, hold up. So no, here's what happened. I went back and looked at all my favorite content providers, right? And the last timestamp I left was on the LVZ post. I said, "This is the last timestamp." Thank you, LVZ. I have an addiction to timestamping everything.
I'm about to say, man, Bert will be going through your air. You
What
could
the
do
fuck, Bert?
You
Bert,
go through
sit your ass.
Hey, Bert got a motherfucker, one of them OCD. He like Rain Man. The motherfucker. Look, Bert be sitting there.
Sit your ass down, Bert. Goddamn.
If you do a 6-hour joint, Bert would be like, minute 123. LVZ says, and the cornrows are too tight. LOL. Minute 314.561. God damn. To the millisecond.
Yeah.
What are you, nigga? Stop, Bert. I know what I said.
Yeah, no. And bro, one comment was like, "Bert, I know what I said." I'm like, "Oh shit."
I just said it. Bert, timestamp that shit at this moment, man.
He was like,
Bert,
"Yo,
he take my shit for me. LVZ said this at this time. Nigga, Bert know what time of day I said something. Bet not nobody on YouTube ever bite a statement. Let a nigga come out and say heart. Bert gonna have a motherfucker. LVZ created heart on 2015. It was 4 a.m. Sunny day.
oh shit." One time I heard he was like, "Bert, you was actually in the live with all of us. What's wrong with you?"
Yeah, calm down with all of I text back. They go 503 line. Get your ass in here, man. Get your ass in here. Get up in here.
Let me tell you something about LVZ. He's one of them uncles that be like, "Oh, look at this little youngster, letting them run." But then when he sees some shit, they're like, "Come over here."
No, yeah, they my boys. I let them get out.
Be like, "Nah, come over, and Abel, come here, sit down.
Nah.
We need to
get away from them.
this.
Don't go away. Yeah, get away from them. Come here. Let me talk to you real quick. Get away from them. Don't hang with them. Come here. Let me talk to you. That's how you gotta be like that sometimes with these people. Hey, y'all, come here. Let me holler at you. What's up? Nothing. I just ain't want you around them bum ass nigga. That's all. What? Man, Sean, I don't care what you do. Just don't be around them bum ass niggas, right? That shit is catchy.
Bro, here's what a lot of people not getting about your platform is like you often relate to us the the real time and sometimes the real time and a lot of the adventures you've been through that you've gained a lot of your good wisdom from that you pass on to the people. And there's so many instances where we have relatable instances. That's the gathering of the group. We come here to talk about the real shit. That's hard to duplicate when you have the authenticity level to support what you're saying to the folks. And I'm like, yo, you gotta understand this platform here is different. That's why people come to VZ Crib. We come to learn. That's why I be blocking you idiots in the chat. Y'all be interrupting my learning. Cool out.
Thank you. That's why I be telling people sometimes. Y'all try to come here with that flow, thinking.
Bert don't play, bro. Bert does not play when he blocks
See,
people.
Bert know me too. Bert know I could keep cooking, and then all of a sudden, I'm gonna get your ass. And then I can get sidetracked having so much fun with your stupid ass that I forgot what I was talking about. I hate that sometimes. I hate when I do, like, people will do that to interrupt me, and I get on a clowning spree where I'm just frying this motherfucker. No, man, what the fuck am I talking about? About this stupid motherfucker. So I had to change my shit up a little bit. So I had to grow up doing this shit. Because sometimes I realize some people just, you know what I'm saying, just like it's like factors, and then it's not factors.
Right.
And the not factors. You know what I'm saying? They don't
right. I hear you. Go ahead.
Seriously, like, to nobody though. Like, if you really think about it, some of these people, their parents don't even like. And I feel sorry for them. Their moms and pops be asking why can't they be more like me.
Real talk.
So I get it. You know, I could do an hour-long show with me and my dad just talking, chopping it up. It bothers you that your father don't respect you as a man. Yeah, I know.
It's a tough situation. It's tough.
Right. You know, it's tough. You know, like, say if I was Mr. Winters, I had a bad haircut. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's nothing you can do. You could cut it all, get a good haircut, but
I mean, if you go to the right barber, if you go to the right barber, he will glue some hair off the floor right onto your head, shape it up, slap some bacon on it, put a line on you, and you're good.
Just like Floyd. That's what they did to Floyd. Look what they did to Floyd. I'm gonna get me some of that chia hair like they did Floyd.
It's amazing, that hair. Wow.
So somebody hit Floyd up. I think I'm gonna give me some hair, Mahar. I'm gonna give me some of that Floyd hair, Mahar. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. I had like a quick phone call or something. I don't know.
Yeah, somebody, man. Who in that? Oh, that was Mahar in the private.
Let me get that hair link. Let me get that hair link right there. Yeah, I'm a little light right here.
Homie's Floyd shit, bro. Don't do that to Floyd chia hair. Floyd chia. Now let me tell you something though. I want to get some chia hair like Floyd, but I'm gonna buy me some of that motherfucking Puerto Rican curly shit. I'm not gonna buy me no shit that look like crabgrass. I'm not even sure that the hair Floyd boy is bad hair. It just look like he don't try to brush it. Fuck gonna get new. If I'm gonna get new hair, I'm not gonna treat it like Kevin Durant. Fuck that. My shit, my brand new hair not gonna look like KD.
He might as well go and save it off. You gotta tell him to come home, yo. Somebody tell KD come on home, man. You know, it's all right.
Bro, KD needs an overhaul of his hair, bro. Like, it looked like he just balding out when he got like younger. I don't know what the hell wrong with that dude.
KD got taco meat on his hair.
Here's my KD story, yo. I'm in at UTA, right? Sitting down courtside. Like, I had the courtside seat. There's like $15. You know, it's NCAA basketball. It ain't that expensive to sit courtside. Anyways, I'm sitting there, and I didn't even notice dude sitting next to me. You know, his knees was touching his chest. He was talking to some dude. I'm minding my business, whatever. And he said, ladies and gentlemen, guest this evening, Kevin Durant. And the light shine next to me, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And it's him. He stood up, and he kept standing up. I'm like, this is the tallest man. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, ain't he?
Yo, the homie is tall as
Tall
fuck.
as ever.
Yo,
Slim.
his arms, like, I didn't realize he had his hat pulled low. He's like 6 seats down. I couldn't see. I don't be looking in the crowd for nobody. I'm here to watch the game. And he stood up and kept standing up. I'm like, what the hell? This is the tallest man.
Kate tall as hell, y'all.
Yeah. What?
Suddenly met him down Berry Farms one day at the Goodman League halftime, and Charisma asked to take a picture with him. At the time, Chris was 6'1" and stood next to him and looked like a dwarf. I said, dang, he tall as ever.
Yep.
His hair wasn't that nappy though back then, Bert.
Nah, I mean, y'all remember
hold up, y'all hold on, cause this some DMV shit. KD, I remember back in the day when you used to use the Sporting Wave grease, and you used to have the motherfucking camel hair brushing you wear. I know what you used to wear. You used to have the waves and the nice little crisp shape up for them. I even know what barbershop you used to go to. When I used to have hair, KD went to the same barbershop that I used to go to back in the day when I had hair. So look, what is he doing now, man? Come on, man. Look, now his hair look like, man, it looked like pencil sharpener shade.
Well, here's the thing. If he had kept going back to DC to get his hair cut, they could have saved his hairline, because this is real. When I was living in Rockville, I would drive from Rockville to Southeast with my brother, and we would go get our hair cut at this one barber in Southeast. Everybody would be waiting there, chop it up, talking about sports and whatnot. And their hair that was in there, when they sat in the seat, he was doing miracles. This dude like had to be like Jesus with haircut with clippers, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, living in Southeast DC. What?
Yeah, well, which one you going to off Livingston Road? You might have went to
Livingston Road. Off Livingston Road. It's like you would pull up to it, and it had like a grated fence covering like the front entrance, the front glass and whatnot, with the barbershop sign and everything on the front.
That's Davis. That's Davis Barbers. Right next to South Capitol Liquor.
Yes, we used to pull up there. Yes.
I used to live down the street from there.
Wow. See, small world DMV shit.
That's what it is. Around the corner from there right now to this day. When you be seeing me driving around, sometime I'll be around by there. Davis. Yeah, I know about Davis. See, I used to go there.
So here's the thing. He used to give me, because like when he would go in and whatnot, there was like a picture of Will Joppy on the mirror with the belts and everything. And I used to be like, give me the Joppy taper. So I rocked the Joppy taper for like a year and a half in Rockville.
Temple table.
The temple table was clean. Woo!
Yeah, keep you a fresh temp. Yeah, Mahari, that spot he talking, the motherfucking temps. They had you looking like motherfucking like young Dr. King with the waves. You were looking like
what?
Had you looking like a young Dr. King. Look, had my jaw straight, freshed up, the waves, the wobbles, brushed up in there, man. Oh shit, Bert, you couldn't tell me nothing when I was young.
Bruh, when he would do my line, the line would keep for like 2 weeks. I'm like, that's a line. That's how you do a line.
Shape you up nice and crisp with the hard P. Crisp. It is crisp. See, look, niggas gonna be mad as shit tomorrow when they listen to this.
It like crispy to the point, right?
Right. Niggas will be mad. They were like, LVZ put a link in and let niggas come on. And so, I mean, y'all see now that no, everybody can't get on this. Like if FYF came in, yeah, he could get on. If Ticket came, he could get on. Everybody can't get on. Well, Bert can get on. How did Bert get on? Don't worry about it. You can't get on. Pay your dues.
Don't worry about it.
Get on. He can get on. Even Blue Bolt was arguing with Ticket. I let his crazy ass come on.
That was crazy. I'm sitting there like, oh, shit. I'm like, the family in the chat be crazy sometimes. I'm like, oh my God.
Niggas be going back and forth. Niggas be mad as shit. They can calm down. I know what it is. That shit, like I said, that shit really only disappoints me because I think Ticket should be able to see it as easy as everybody else sees that Kwame is an opportunist and the buck dancing come.
I know, man. That's what I've been trying to,
Feel it.
tell him that, but it's just like he's just too stubborn to really realize that. That's the problem.
Yeah. Bert does have a channel. He's on it.
Yes.
Y'all ain't figured that out yet. I keep telling y'all, this y'all channel, goddammit.
Basically, you're on your channel. You can upload, you can go live, you can do a lot of stuff from your channel.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, think about half the shit. Y'all be sending videos to this channel. I'm like, all right, y'all get the video from here. This is your channel. You on your channel already. When you come to the LVZ channel, you know this your channel. Y'all shape the way that we talk.
Mm-hmm.
And what we gonna talk about. Who we gonna talk about, who we not rocking with, if we rocking with it, if we got a disagreement. This y'all channel. Felix, this your channel too. What other channel do you get to come to?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever channel whatever channel do you get to come to, and you just change the whole subject of what they talking about? You can't do that on Tariq. You can't do that on Jason. You can't do that on shit. Ticket gonna tell you, sucker, this is my channel.
Probably.
Then on this channel right here, you type in a motherfucking chat room. What you say has weight.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't fuck with you, this how I prove it.
Yep.
This how I prove it. Mm-hmm. Even if I don't fuck with you, I'll pay attention to what you say, clown your ass, and get you out of here. At least you got mentioned. I mean, you might be called a dumbass moron and many other names, but you got your 12 seconds of fame.
You might get marked right out the door, basically.
Right. You get 12 seconds of fame.
I remember one time when basically when I told Oddfell that I don't believe that Vince Carter was a Hall of Famer, I remember you heard that the first time, and then you pulled up, and then he was like, "Man, are you smoking something, Abel? Are you really smoking something?"
Right. This could not be. I knew that. I said, look, Vince Carter may be a lot of things as far as on the disappointment rank, but not a Hall of Famer. That's just impossible.
But again, you have to realize that here's what people. I try to tell people about this, and this is what I've been on consistent about. He has never made it past out of the second. He's never made it past out of the second round, only one time, and that was when he was in Orlando. But in his prime years, he never made it past out of the second round. All right, he made it out of the first round one time.
He made the second round out of the second round when he lost championship. Yeah. So he did it twice in Toronto.
Right.
He did it once in Toronto too.
And he never. And then he got hurt in 2002 with that knee and never played. So I'm not going to dock him points for that. But after 03 and 04, and then halfway of 2005, he didn't make the playoffs until he made it to the Nets. Then when he got to the Nets, they made the second round 3 straight times, but never made it past to the conference finals. That's why I try to tell people, like, listen, stop looking at the lore, stop looking at all the things that he did when he influenced in Toronto basketball, but look at what he did on the court. Like, stop looking at the whole influence.
We looking at what he did on the court. We looking at all the points he was scoring. Look, you talk about the time. You talk about the times they lost, but you failed to name who else was on that team with him. Son.
He had Antonio Davis, who was an All-Star one year.
Hold on. You're not gonna get away with that on this channel. I saw Antonio Davis play.
I
No.
never said he was bad. I never said he was. He was an all-star. I said that.
He was good. He hadn't deserved to be an all-star. So again, if you got the name a role player at best was the best name you could come up with when Vince Carter was losing, you understand why he was losing, right?
Yeah, when he had some decent players in Toronto, but
Name him.
he had Charles Oakley.
No,
You don't think so?
never was a good player, especially by then. Charles Oakley was so old by then. He was averaging what? 3 whole points. He was averaging more rebounds than points.
All right, I'll give you that. All right, I'll give you that one. Let's see. You had Joe Christie for about a year, but then he got traded to Sacramento. But then but here's the thing. Yeah. He had T-Mac, but T-Mac didn't stay long enough to see how they would come to the
you can't count T-Mac because that's when they were doing their best.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
He actually made a motherfucking he made a playoffs with T-Mac, but he got farther without T-Mac.
Oh yeah.
I know. That shit out.
I remember that. Absolutely.
But let's be honest now. Come on, name me somebody. Give me somebody that's a Hall of Famer that he played with.
Outside of Toronto or New Jersey, he had Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd. That's it.
No, but then he actually had Dwight Howard as his teammate when he was in Orlando, right? A prime Dwight.
But he.
Speaking of LVZ, real quick, just a caveat into that mention. Does Dwight Howard have a Hall of Fame resume?
Yes, he does. In my view.
I was debating that the other day. I said I think he does. When his name came up, I was like, "Yo, he has put in the work, especially on the defensive
Hall of Fame." But I don't see how nobody say Vince not a Hall of Fame. Vince ain't played. Look, somebody was just sitting there saying that you can't name but Jason Kidd and Dwight Howard was a young Dwight. I mean, you're judging. And still, Vince Carter was putting up better numbers than a lot of them dudes.
Right. Yep. Think about it. His first, maybe 6-7 years in the league, he was a top 10 scorer, top 5 every year. I mean, he legitimately was putting up fantastic numbers. I mean, the highlights overshine his actual ability to play the game. He was a really solid basketball player on both ends. He could defend, he could score.
I'm not going by that 16.7 points per game. Because I know for at least 13 years, Vince Carter was a 20+ per game scorer.
Exactly.
Now, if you include them last 7 years, and the last 5 years in particular, where he was riding the bench and not complaining and averaging 5 a game, yeah, your average gonna go down, but let's keep this in context. That was for 20 years. So sound mind, nah, you ain't gonna catch me with that one. You ain't catching me with that one. No, he didn't play with Damon Stoudemire. I knew somebody gonna say that. Damo was going at this second year.
No, that was not true. Damon Stoudemire didn't play with Vince. Not true.
Nope. I don't even think he played with Camby.
He didn't play with. Didn't he the 1 year? Didn't he 1 year? No,
I don't think so. Camby was in New York.
He was in New York. You're right. You're absolutely right. He was in New York with Spreewell and who was the shooting guard? Houston.
Finals with a hurt Patrick.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Can you imagine if Vince Carter had Damian Stoudemire and Marcus Camby with them, and combined with T-Mac? Could have had something. Could have had something. You never know.
But neither did Robert Parrish ain't topped the top 20 in 22 years. Robert Parrish didn't top the top 20 in 22 years, bro. So we can't go by that. There's a lot of people ain't topped the top 20.
Mm-hmm.
They played 20 years. There's a few of them that done it, but ain't shit. So we can't go just by that. I get what you're saying. Is he a ATG all-time great? No, he not. But I believe Vince is a Hall of Fame.
We'll see. But when I looked at the 75th, greatest players list, I mean, it wasn't a bad list, but I felt like there were a lot of names that they left off the list that just shook my head. Not just Dwight Howard alone, but how can the hell did you leave out Adrian Dantley and Alex English off the list? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I didn't like that either.
Right. That did not make any sense. And you know what really irritated me was that they put Dame Dollar in there and AD in there before they basically put in Dwight Howard or Dikembe Mutombo in there in that list. Like, this is why I get so disgusted with these kind of lists, because they do a lot of this favoritism stuff. They did the same thing with Dominique Wilkins back in '97, right? And he was averaging 24 points a game throughout his whole career, and he was still dropping buckets even in his mid-30s. So it's like there's certain guys that are Hall of Famers, but if you really look at themselves, they don't belong in that list. Bill Walton is one of them. He only played one. There was only one time in his career that he only played 80 games, and that was in that 85-86 team with that Celtics when he was the sixth man. But but ever since but other than winning the title in '77, tell me one year that he was fully healthy and was dominating.
Understand this about. I'm sorry, Mahar, I didn't mean to break your wisdom, but understand this about Bill Walton. From his UCLA days, in which they were plastering him all over the covers of Sports Illustrated, Newsweek, Time, he has had the wave of covering mediocrity. He can do whatever, and he will be sold as the greatest thing since sliced bread. It has been one of the efficacies for his career that he has been billed as one of the great minds in basketball. Understand that. So
actually, he just somebody that played for one of the greatest college coaches and smoked a lot of weed.
Smoked a lot of weed. Word.
That's it. That's really what Bill Walton did.
And also
said AD and Dame are better than Dikembe.
Right. Yeah. And the other thing. Yeah, and here's the other thing too. He also worked broadcasting. Bill Walton did for NBC at the time with Steve Jones back in the day. They were hilarious, but I feel like he got so much favoritism from a lot of the media that basically said, like, this guy was still a great player despite all the injuries. Like, no, bro. If you're gonna give the same kind of thing to, like, say Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway, the same has to be applied to Bill. Bill Walton should have never been on the 50 greatest players of all time originally. I'm sorry.
Like, he's a folk hero. He's a folk hero, bro.
He's a folk hero for them, so he gonna always. He in there like Bo Jackson should be in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Speak on it, bro.
He's the white Bo Jackson for them. I'm trying without all the sports. He's just that phenom to them for that moment. But let me address this: AD and Dame are better than Dikembe Mutombo. Why I say yeah, but no. AD will put up better numbers than Dikembe on offense. But Dikembe defensively can play with absolutely nothing on offense and take them motherfuckers to the playoffs, and we saw him do it. We saw defensively, Dikembe is able to keep your team in the game where all you need is Allen Iverson and you can go to the championship. AD,
real talk,
overall, a better player. But AD is proven with all of the skills, he'd be able to play against Dikembe, score 30, and lose. I would think Dikembe is a better player. I'm sorry. We ain't gonna go. Now, Dame, that's a little different. That's a point guard able to score like 60, and Dame has carried a team that was subpar. When I call you more, I called you a moron because you was a damn moron. But Lamont, get your ass in here so I can cuss you out.
One of the things about Dikembe, bro.
Lamont, didn't talk nice to me like you did to Kwame. Go ahead, John.
One of the things about Dikembe, to his credit, was his extraordinarily high basketball IQ, and that comes from his doctorates of basketball info he received from the late great John Thompson at
John
Georgetown.
Thompson, baby.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
here's like what LVZ was just saying. Remember, I think it was what, 96 when they were the eighth seed and they beat who they beat? They upset a
That was
first seed.
that was 94 against
94
I'm against Seattle, I should say.
against
My bad.
Seattle,
Seattle,
Denver
yeah.
versus Seattle. Mind you, I think Dikembe probably averaged a double that series, probably like
Yeah, he
16
damn sure
points,
did. He averaged
16 points.
double that year.
Right. And check this out. It wasn't the numbers he was putting up in those games. It was his dominance on the offensive boards and his intimidation at the rim. He shut Sean Kemp down, period. Sean
He
Kemp
made
couldn't do
Sean
nothing.
Kemp a jump shooter. And then he made
Yes.
Gary Payton and them 3 shooters.
Yes.
And he changed look, Dikembe was making motherfuckers Steph before they wanted to be Steph.
Absolutely.
Sound mind and body. It's good to believe in yourself, but it's another thing to be capping. You'll be looking like that little boy in the commercial. No. But I'm gonna go ahead and sit you a timeout while you out here set tripping. Lamont, get your ass in here. Lamont, get your ass in here.
Mr. Coding.
Yeah, now the Dame Lillard joint, I'm not arguing with you about that. I mean, I can understand how you say that, and I agree. But AD, I'm sorry, I think Dikembe's done more with less.
Exactly. And the fact that Steph Curry's not on the list either makes no sense.
Steph Curry is 75.
Is he in there?
Yeah, he in there.
Oh, I thought he wasn't though. That's
no, it ain't no way he can't be on there.
Right. I was about to say, is he on there? I thought when I read that he wasn't, but if he is, then cool. Because I was about to say,
it was the original 50. You gotta realize when they did the first 50, it was the 50th year. So some of these guys that's on the 75 now was either not born or just starting to play.
Yep.
So they might have been cooking, but a lot of them didn't make it. And they weren't taking none of the old guys off for the new 75. So it was 25 spots for the last 25 years.
Yep.
So they saying over the last 25 years, these was the best 25 players.
Yep.
I was looking at some old school film of George Mikan, and it was horrible.
George Mikan.
I'm about to ask you why and shit, too. I'm about to say,
you know what? Because I was sitting there looking at some documentaries, LVZ, and I was looking at the transition of the Minneapolis Lakers to the LA Lakers. I had a whole line of this past summer. I watched the Bird versus Magic documentary. I watched the Showtime documentary. I watched the Making of Showtime documentary, which was another joint. I watched the NBA is Fantastic presentation that they did back in the 90s of the Showtime Lakers.
I had all them old ass tapes.
No, I watched it on YouTube.
I had them tapes.
Yo, you had them joints.
I used to have them tapes. Anything dealing with the Lakers back in the day, I used to have all the tapes. I used to order from Sports Illustrated and all that shit.
Yeah, the Sports Illustrated joint was crazy. But yeah, I ended up back with watching the Minneapolis Lakers footage, no sound. And I was sitting there watching them throw the ball from one end to the other, hold 20 seconds, in, hold 30 seconds, in. 3 minutes elapsed. They dump the ball into
no dribbling.
They dump it into Mike and then he scores. I'm like, hold up, wait, time out. I'm like, this is the greatest? What? What?
He was stiff as shit, but everybody else was stiffer and shorter.
They were stiffer and shorter, BZ. This is crazy. What a phenomenon. It went from stiffness in descending height. The shorter you got, the stiffer you were.
Yeah, that was the thing. The small men weren't fast and shifty back then. Small men tried to play like big men, so they were slow and plodding and dribbling in the same damn play. George Mikan was running out, plucking my.
No, real talk. He steal the ball, go down the other end. I'm like, what is going on here?
Slow as shit though. Hey, no one can catch George Mikan. I said, why not? Everybody can catch.
How is no one? Yo, George Mikan on a one-on-one fast break after a steal. How?
No bullshit. Is that Lamont? Let me see if that's Lamont. Get your ass in here, Lane.
Uh-oh.
That's my man, Lane. Let me see, Lane. Because I want to talk to him. Ask him why he ain't asked hard-hitting questions.
Uh-oh.
Ask hard-hitting questions.
I still got to catch up to that one, y'all, to the episode that you were building on today. I'm behind on that one. I'm like, I got to see what they was talking about. Mahari on the alley-oop.
Motherfucker, Mahari the one that got it started.
Mahari on the alley-oop.
What do you mean? All I did was just send over the actual link of when the live stream happened, when Lamont Lane was actually originally it was about what Kwame did a couple of live streams, dissing Lamont, and then basically taking to join into the fray. You know what I mean? And then Antisocial calls him up and be like, "Oh, you got to do a live stream right now." And then all of a sudden, Kwame Brown shows up into the chat and then joins the fray. That's what happened. I was there when Kwame basically, showed himself up into the chat, and that's when the whole thing started. And then that's when I sent the link to LBZ because I knew he would be interested in this.
Well, you was Brian Shaw and LBZ was Shaq, and it was the Shaw to Shaq redemption on Kwame's neck. So, it happens sometimes. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, what's going on with basketball for you this coming year? How's things working out with Corona and everything? I'm sorry, I don't mean to mention that on the stream. My bad, Easy. With the social distancing things going on, how does that affect your program? How do you?
I'm doing all right. They're now letting us, go to the gyms now and play basketball now. So
right,
I'm basically back to my normal routine. But basically the whole last year it was difficult because you couldn't do anything.
Right.
And basically, it was tough. But also in the fact that now, I'm back at it again, back to my normal self again, but also that went back to therapy again because I had some shit going on. And now I'm in a better place mentally now. So
I hear that.
I'm actually in a better place now this time around than I said last year. So
so you got a different approach with a better placement. I can dig it. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, you expanding on it coming up?
Yeah.
For the future?
Yeah. In fact, I was actually going to go to, I'm planning on going to grad school, next year to learn about coaching and how to be a basketball coach. So
that's what's up. That's dope.
That's dope. How these those kick me off my own shit, and then these motherfuckers won't let me add whoever the two people are that want to be guests. Oh, they gone now. I don't blame them as long as it took for me to try and get them in. They might have been trolls, but I was wondering if that was Lamont.
Come on, Lamont, I'm waiting for you.
Might have been some goddamn trolls. Might have been.
LVZ, let me ask you a question, bro. Like when you hear, okay, as a content provider, when you listen to your favorite content providers, there's an expectation level you have of them as far as the content to providing and your interests or your interest levels. What in your mind causes a content provider to choose business over content, the authenticity factor that brought, say, an LVZ or a Berto or a Mahari in originally. And I'm not saying this this is just us discussing the idea of business, content, and content providers. And sometimes things happen. So I just wanted to hear your take on it. I mean, I heard you give your how do you say, it wasn't even vitriol. You gave a stern rebuking to the naysayers, but it wasn't misdirected and it wasn't misplaced, in my opinion. Go ahead.
Well, for me, when I'm looking at basically content creators, actually I'm looking for news, information. I don't want to ingest just a bunch of stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you go out to a restaurant, you ain't just looking for good food. You're looking for healthy, good food, I hope. So it's the same way with this YouTube thing. This is a buffet. It's all types of smorgasbords. I understand that everybody is going to have their own spin and their own opinion. That is good. But the least that you can inject in a joint is the best as far as I'm concerned. That's what I want to look for. The least of your opinion. If you just give me the news, I'm good. If your opinion is the same as mine, I don't mind hearing your opinion. Of course, that's how we're wired. So I'd be a liar to say it's not a bias to certain. Like, of course, I love listening to Lisa and True Royal because one, I like to hear that feminine energy giving you the real shit. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear that.
Me too. They're fantastic, by the way.
Exactly, and they don't. What draws me to them is they don't sugarcoat nothing, but they tell you the real. So it's like my aunties were. So it's like listening to family members. It's easy. So if I listen to my guy Jason Black, what got me to Jason Black? It wasn't about feelings. It was giving me the news and then actually telling me the truth. You know what I'm saying? Telling the truth. Now, his own opinion, I may not agree with every opinion he says. There's a few of them I don't, but I can't deny the fact.
Right.
When he gets off into opinions I don't agree with, I don't get emotional about it. I understand everything we ain't going to agree with, and I understand that he's trying to go the same place I'm trying to go. So we can be allies with that. My only issue with certain content creators, I could care less if you make money with this. What? I don't care if you make money with this, if that's what you choose to do. My thing is, don't compromise yourself for money. Don't do it. And otherwise, this just becomes another job. Standing. In other words, this becomes another job. You're a slave to another person's will. What are you doing this for if you know you're not doing it to get out, which disseminate a message you're trying to disseminate?
Right.
If you don't believe half the shit you saying and they just paying you to say anything, you're a fucking puppet.
Reality of it, you're paid to say something.
I don't believe half the shit I say. I just say it like I'm.
I can't believe you just slandered my man Damian Lillard like that, man.
What are you talking about?
You said Dikembe Mutombo was better than Damian Lillard.
Well, first of all, I don't know if you're retarded. Well, I do know you're retarded. See, that's why I call you Lillard. I didn't say that. I said I could understand Dame. I see Dame has actually taken the team there with his talent. But just to sit there and say, oh God, hell no, that's eons better. I can't do that like that because I remember.
I get what you're saying though. I was joking. I get what you're saying though.
Yeah, I can't, because what Dikembe meant back then, see nowadays we can say Dikembe ain't shit. Because you don't need a center like that no more.
No, the Dames, I mean, The best way to explain it to me is Dikembe's defense back in the 90s was just as vital as Dame's offense in this era. If
Exactly.
that makes sense. If that makes sense.
I'm
So
trying to no, he can't,
yeah.
and that's why I said AD no, but I can understand Dame.
Yeah, AD, I can't say. I don't know. I just don't like Dame in the top 75 though. It's a lot of guys I would, because when you open the door for Dame, that means you got to put McGrady in. You got to put Dominique in, and some of these other guys. You got to put Vince in. Like when you open the door for Dame, you got to put all these other guys in.
I do
They
understand
already
that
put
too.
Dominique in there.
Dominique made it.
Yeah, he already did. Dominique's already in there.
Yeah,
Okay,
Dominique
I know
is
he.
already be in there.
Oh, okay, I know he didn't make the top 50, so it was surprising
Yeah,
that he made the top 75. That's surprising.
yeah, I didn't mind. I think him making the top 75 was about not making the top 50.
Yeah, I kind of do too. I kind of do too.
But 25 years ago, at the end of his reign, people still had mad respect for Dom. In 1996, we still had mad respect for what Dominique could do for the league.
That's true.
It's safe to say that the people who are making these lists are choosing their favorites, correct?
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay,
They should
so
have used the criteria. No criteria, and that's why it varied so crazily. Bill Walton should not be top 75. Unfortunately, if it was basketball all time and you can include college, yes. But NBA, no, he's not top 75. Not to me.
Yeah.
That's what we
Exactly.
said. That's what we said earlier, dude.
And that's what I feel like Lamont that they do with Bill Walton. I'm glad you brought that up. I feel like they do that shit a lot with Bill Walton. They include his college like it's part of his poker.
Man, I mean, if they did that, Jabbar would be the GOAT and nobody could ever touch him.
They never do that with nobody, Kareem, or look, if they did that, it'd be to Michael's detriment. Cause you'd be like,
Yes.
God damn, all that talent and all you did was win one ring.
Yeah.
So
And Jabbar won every year.
yeah, but Kareem, if you added his shit, no, we wouldn't have no arguments. But with Bill Walton, the greatest college basketball, I was like, what? You're not the greatest college basketball player. If he is, then Christian Laettner got to be number 2. Then right?
no,
Hey, he was an
seriously,
all-star in
though.
the NBA. He was an all-star in the NBA. He made the all-star one year.
So my game. So yeah, I'm gonna wish y'all on Bill Walton. I like now. What I will say, I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't care what none of y'all say about this. Motherfucker, Bill Walton is the best commentator in basketball.
Oh, facts. Now, that's facts.
He's
That is
fantastic.
facts. Hold on, you like him better than Dick Vitale?
Man, Dick is more exciting. Oh, baby, the rebounds, the dunk, he's a diaper daddy. He's a Windex man. He's a glass eater, man.
He was good for the 90s, VZ.
Hey, you know who's underrated, though? Is Gus Johnson.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, let me tell you about, because you know Gus is actually used to work Fox 5 here. So I'm used to
I
hearing
didn't know
Gus.
that.
Facts.
We used to mock Gus' voice. That's right, Vince. We're talking about the right stand. And it was just funny to hear him go mainstream. Now, let me tell you, I'm going to tell you why y'all will laugh. Why? When Bill Walton officially became my favorite announcer. This is back when the Lakers was winning championships with Kobe. And he said, look at this, Kobe Bryant with the excellent offensive move, the elbow to the face. I laughed my ass off. Kobe ain't. He just hit Christie with an elbow to the face and shot a jumper on him. I said, God damn, that's a foul. I think it might have been, but I'm a Lakers fan. Good shot.
Well, Bill Walton used to say anything, bro. He is say that shit had me cracking up.
That man,
I mean, his knowledge of the game does allow him to get away with his comical hubris, if you will.
Oh my God, bro. But LBZ, remember when Bill Walton was with Steve Jones and NBC back in the day, bro?
Yeah, him and Snapper Jones. One day,
Man,
Snapper Jones asked that nigga, cause he said, "Oh, slow it down, big man. You can't go up soft."
man,
He said, "You act."
like,
He
oh
said, "Did
my,
you ever miss a duck?" He said, "Well, several," and they bust out laughing.
oh
That's
my
He said,
funny.
"I
God,
miss several."
bro.
Hey, I'm about to
Anytime,
slide out, y'all. I'm gonna catch you later, LBZ Mahari.
But
Murdo.
yeah,
hey,
peace
look,
out, peace out,
All right,
mom,
my easy
mom,
fam.
All right, y'all.
hey man, before you leave, man, look, don't be hugging Kwame no more, kissing him on the cheek like y'all 50 Cent in game.
man, bro, get out of here. But
Get
back to
out.
what I was saying. Yeah, but back to what I was saying though, bro. Like anytime I hear during like the old NBC telecast and listening to Bill Walton and Steve Jones, I'm trying to watch the game, but I can't help it when anytime that Bill Walton and Steve Jones had the little comical, banter with one another. That's like you guys can't even get. Oh my God, the '99 conference finals when Bill Walton was basically said couldn't do the LJ sign, and then Steve would just troll him using the LJ sign right in front of him, and it'd be like. No, no, I don't want to say that no more. That's just disgusting.
No,
Or
hey, no. The best commentation about motherfucking Larry Johnson was Hubie Brown. He said, see right now, I don't like what Larry Johnson is doing. He's going up weak. He said he's going up weak and he can't out jump anyone. I said, yeah,
Hubie
Billy.
keep it funky.
hey,
No, you know what's real
yeah,
about Hubie Brown? Hubie Brown is one of the few commentators who takes the time to teach you the game while he's commenting.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I'm sitting there and I've listened to him since a young man growing up, and I was always fond of his commentating because I was learning about the game. Like, yo,
Yeah.
Yep.
okay, I know what I'm watching now. You know what I mean?
It's
So
They were Joe
70
Morgan back in the
years
day with
old.
baseball.
Bert, it's because that nigga been 70 years old for 40 years. Hubie Brown is the oldest man in America. He's the oldest man in America. Everybody knows this. And he always say, "Oh, look at that's a great move." To all you young kids out there, that's right. You keep your back to the basket. Keep your hand between. Look, he give you all the fundamental coaching,
all of them, all of them.
and he always talk to you. He said, "That's right. To all you kids out there, if you want to be great, you keep you gotta love that crossover. Keep the crossover low and keep him away from you." That's what I
Notice
talk.
how he keeps it under his knees.
Now, yeah, now
Man.
bounces it right between his knees. That's what you gotta do. A lot of guys keep it out front, but ones do it this way. You
And
was my guy, man.
now it's a heartfelt lesson too. He's like, look, kids, his viewing audience 90 years
Say you
old.
got
Look,
ejected up
kids.
y'all. Say my brother up y'all is here. He said KD just got thrown out the game for doing the Kobe Bryant offensive move, the elbow to the face.
Oh shoot. Oh shoot.
Kevin Durant, he's got to understand. I remember one time he said Shaquille O'Neal has to play with so much ferocity that he makes the whole front line of the Trailblazers want to quit the sport of basketball. I started laughing.
No, shoot. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Damn, bro, that was too
Oh,
fucking
shit.
lame. Man.
Oh shoot. Yo, LPZ, I meant to ask. Like, I was not following during your coverage of and commentary on KD's decision to go to Golden State, but in light of how the era of the NBA shaped itself over the last, I want to say from 2000, when you could clearly see they were pulling back on the stranglehold of the 70s and 80s and early 90s appeal crowd, and noticing that they were all retiring, going to retirement homes, and that, more casuals were coming in. They were expanding to China, things like that. Mind you, the era shaped the influences of the actual players in it. The premise being, when KD left Oklahoma and ended up in Golden State, a lot of people hated the decision and
Yeah, they
hated
did.
the fact that he did not ride out, so to speak, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Dumbass, you taking too much time, filibuster.
No, go
dumbass.
ahead. I'm just saying. What was your? I didn't follow you. On what was your?
do I
What was
think
your?
about? What do
What
I
was?
think about dumbasses? They've been dumb a
Yes.
long time, and I've been right a long time. If
Well,
you go
absolutely.
back to his old shit, you will see that I said not only that it was okay, but how many championships KD was going to win there, and he wasn't going to be there more than 4 years.
Mm.
I said, how many championships did LeBron win? They said, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. People join teams that beat them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But you make that shit up when you want to make it up because white people tell you to think stupid shit like that. I never thought dumb shit like that. Charles Barkley joined Houston and he never beat him.
Exactly.
So that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. You know what I'm saying? The Chicago Bulls was losing to the Knicks and then Oakley ended up over there. I mean,
sure did. You know,
it happens. And if you get a choice, shit, go to the team that best fits you.
Basically,
I thought it was the best fit for Kevin Durant. I thought it was his best chance to win a ring because he was up in years. And I told people, I said, LeBron only won 4. I mean, only went to 4 and only won 2. So I'm gonna say Kevin Durant gonna be there 4 years and only win 2. And I was right.
Right.
I don't believe those unwritten rules. Write the rule. Write the rule where it says it's something wrong with going to a team you lost to. Write the rule that says it's wrong for you to go to a team where you was the best fit.
Right.
People keep faking like Golden State was actually good enough to beat LeBron and Kyrie the first time. They wasn't.
Nope. Sure wasn't.
People keep faking like if they kept Harrison Barnes, Golden State would be better or than they was with KD. No, you faking.
Mm-hmm.
Golden State job is to do what it can to make them better. And Kevin Durant job is to do what it is to make him a winner. That's just how it is.
I am a professional basketball player. I get paid to put a ball in a hoop. Whoever's paying me the money is who I'm playing for. If I have the option to play for a team I'd like to play for, great, because I know the nature of basketball says as soon as I get there, I might get traded out the next day. Rick Mahorn got traded on the championship acceptance stage. Point in case. So
motherfuckers had people, oh, you up 3-1, you can't join. That's dumb. That's stupid.
Stupid. Yeah.
That's your closed-mindedness, and if that's how you work, fine. I'm not impressed. That don't make you no better. You didn't have a better place for them to go. You just didn't want them to go to Golden State because they lost to them. Huh? But you had 3-1. Okay. But they had motherfucking Golden State had LeBron in them up. And then they went and got motherfucking KD. That wasn't whole shit. All that old dumb shit you talking. You not no competitor, dude. Stop it all this. What do you mean as a competitor? What was we? He didn't have a rivalry with Golden State. So in your one-sided opinion, in your opinion, it's just better to stay and keep losing and not to go somewhere where it's better. In your life, this is what you do. You work for Coca-Cola, but Pepsi give you a better job. Nah, y'all the competition. That's some whole shit.
LVZ, why have people been programmed to not recognize a losing situation?
He had a talent to win at OKC. He didn't. You're a fucking liar. And I'll block your ass if you say that shit again. Why? Because that means you don't know basketball, fella. They had traded all the talent OKC had. OKC had maxed their talent out. and Russell Westbrook couldn't play with Victor Oladipo when Kevin Durant wasn't there. He damn sure wasn't going to be able to play with him when he was there. Russell Westbrook destroyed the careers of Sabonis and Oladipo until they were rescued by going away from him. He had no damn talent to win no championship. They traded all the talent. They traded Ibaka. They let James Harden go. They thought it was going to be Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. No, Kevin was telling you before this shit happening with LeBron, you ain't going to be able to win with this nigga. I can't do it. I can play with a team that got 2 other 20-point scores, and I can still score 25. I want you to think about that. I can play with a team that got 2 other 20-plus point scores, and I can score 25.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, Sabonis would. I mean, we would have never known if that Sabonis could dominate both sides of the ball an entire game if he didn't get away. We would have never known that.
I want you to understand this. Russell Westbrook. Look, he just said they did tweak, and didn't put Russ in his place. No, they made Russell even more of a big head, and he became an MVP.
Right. They had him in the news every day.
I believe if they didn't let go of Harden and Ibaka, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I'm saying that when you make look, you mad at Kevin Durant for coming into the Seattle Supersonics, right? Am I right, y'all? He went to the Supersonics that was never good. Him and Westbrook, that wasn't no good no more. Okay. Then they sold the team to OKC. Harden never played for Seattle. He played for OKC. So they sold that squad to OKC. But you came in the league playing with Westbrook, Harden, and Ibaka. And you going up against Steph, Clay, Draymond. They all came from their team. You broke my team up that went to the championship before this team. And we ain't been back since. Then I watched James Harden become a superstar. Man, you know what that did to his psyche? To your point, sound mind, sound body, skill, and development. Do you understand what that did to that man's psyche? Then he got that foot injury, y'all, and he missed damn near a year. And I know it started weighing in on him. Man, I ain't got, how many years I'm going to be able to play? When you get I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how good you are. After year 10, 11, you start questioning yourself in the NBA.
You have to. It's just human to be at something that long and not get the success you desire so bad.
Right. And you done been through injuries, this, that, and the third, and you still ain't get a ring. Man, he wasn't trying to hit that peak. That's why by year 7, drastic shit always happen in a superstar's career.
Without fail, any sport.
Yep.
By year 7, you gonna know if they don't win one by then, they may never win one.
Yep. And that's what I feel that Dame's gotta realize, that Portland is not gonna be that team that's gonna win. I don't know why you want to stay there, throughout your whole career.
Is Dame in a bad situation?
I believe so. I think right now, I think right now, Portland has pretty much failed them at every turn, and they brought in players that just did not pan out. And honestly, man, I don't know how long Dame's going to continue like this, because at the end of the day,
right?
At the end of the day, look, you're not going to get that many opportunities to get where you want to go, which is a championship.
That's a good point.
And my thing is this: to like sound mind saying he do see my point. That's what I'm saying. Dame Dame is getting if Dame. That's what I keep telling people. I think Dame might be cool with the money, but if he arguing about winning the championship, he gotta leave. He gonna have to make his own super team, and that's gonna be
Exactly.
that's the thing. That's just how it is.
Right. I mean that current Portland team's upside is what 4 or 5 years away.
Yep.
Advancing playoff wise. So that's what wasting away his prime years over the next 4 or 5 years. I mean, he's young guy still. He's skill wise, he improves. Can he improve on? I mean, he shoots from the free throw line of the other side of the court in practices like regularly and drains them. He has a special skill set. So I mean, cool with getting his bag and hooping. I'm leaning towards that being, the case because if he ain't make a move now, like I was just saying, the upside of that current Portland team is in 4 or 5 years, first round, second round playoff, something where they're looking at a team that they know, okay, bet this team is going to compete for the division and possibly the Western Conference, definitely. So, and that's a stretch.
Dame ain't gonna be able to do shit to you guy for fuck all that. I mean, it's what
Basically,
it is because he gonna look all that you was saying sound mind. Look, see, sound mind saying it right there. He getting up in age. He got 3 years left. That's why I was cool with the KD move. I did not want him to be in Dame Lillard's position.
absolutely.
That's exactly why I was cool with the move. I said, man, because I think this is stupid with Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce did. That was the dumbest shit ever. Because they only won one. What
Right.
y'all get? Y'all
Right.
only won. Y'all been should have got together a long time ago if that was the case. When Kobe and Shaq was adding Glenn Rice, then 1 year Mitch Richmond, then Isaiah Rod. When they trying to add motherfuckers, you need to be trying to do that.
Right. And that Mitch Richmond pickup was big because he would give him a sneaky 16, 17 out of nowhere. And people would be like, shoot, Shaq and them would be on the bench sitting the whole fourth quarter that year. Anyways, go ahead, El.
Nah, yeah, you're right. I was just agreeing. I'm just saying that, again, we got to stop this thing where niggas get over the hill and then we root for them. Nah, that's why I was cool with what KD did. Do it while you young. Don't do it while you washed up. Remember that. Look, sound mind, body, and skill development. Watch this. Remember when the Lakers got Karl Malone and Gary Payton to play with Kobe and them? But by then they was past their prime, so they was just fucking the team up. And you would only hope that at least they could get some of their old magic back at least 1 or 2 nights. That shit is dumb.
Yeah, it
They
is.
might as well join with them earlier when they were still good and could have made an impact. You just wasted all them years trying to be the man in Seattle and Utah, and you wasn't going nowhere. What y'all
Basically.
think? That's what I think. I think a nigga need to stop wasting your time sitting there. Oh no, I'm doing this for the fans. Man, the minute they can get a player better than you, they trading your stupid ass.
All right,
Go
fans don't give a fuck about you.
fuck about you. You said, I'm gonna do this for the fans until they find out they can get LeBron for you. Yeah, we like your jersey, but can we get LeBron?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody hate LeBron until he play on their team.
Facts.
Yep.
Facts.
That's true.
I don't want to hear that shit. So all that old shit. KD should have been a top 5 player. Yeah, he should be. But when it's all said and done, he'll be top 10. And that's not nothing. Yeah. And he gonna go down probably as the most elite scorer in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he gonna been the past the Jordan mystique as far as the scoring shit.
Yeah.
Niggas is easily gonna give it up that nah, he couldn't score like KD. Jordan was the man, but KD, boy, he'll always get that. Even and what's gonna be weird, it's gonna prove my point that you gonna understand that some when a nigga can get 25 off 10 shots,
Mm. Mm.
that that's more impressive than a nigga who got 35 off 30 shots.
It's by far more impressive. You talking about somebody who's sitting there wasting no energy and can literally. I mean, if you think about it, the whole efficiency rating of KD, he really got to show that off in that run with Golden State because
Yeah,
he
that's why I
showed.
wanted him to play with a team like that.
You
That's
know what I
why I
mean?
think he wanted to play with a team like that, Bert,
Yep.
because his efficiency was maximized with other good players. Look,
Exactly.
after playing with Russell Westbrook your first 6, 7 years, and you watch this nigga run, you watch year one, he get a rebound and he go running up the court faster than anybody, jump up in the air and throw
Mhm.
the ball out of bounds. You think, man, this guy's gonna be good. He just need to slow down. So they do it in year two, but his points and his assists go up. So you like, hey man, he need to calm down, but he gonna be great. Then he do it year three. Now this shit getting annoying. Then he do it year four. Now he talking shit to you. Then he do it year four.
Didn't he do it in against with the Wizards last year in
Nigga,
the
he did
playoffs?
it.
In the
Nigga,
playoffs?
he just did it last week
Yeah,
when
he
we
did.
lost the 10 turnovers.
At some point, it's you.
You got to go, yeah, man. And that nigga went, man, nah, I ain't going anywhere. I'm going to play for one of the best teams in the league. That way, my efficiency, I know it's going to work playing with them. And that's what I'm saying. I understand what people were saying, but Kevin Durant, honestly, is not. Kevin Durant can score 90 points, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Without trying.
He holds the
Kevin
record,
Durant,
all-time
yeah,
record on with 25 shots, like 69 points, some dumb shit.
right. Kobe Durant, Kobe Durant, he done fucked me up. Kevin Durant can score 90 points, and he ain't lying about Kobe destroyed Westbrook's career. He did by telling him to don't take a backseat. Kobe told Westbrook that shit. I said, this nigga Kobe
Damn,
need to shut
Kobe.
the fuck up. Yeah, I
Damn.
know what the fuck sound, mind, and body talking about. Kobe told him that. No, I know how you feel, don't you? But he wasn't better than Kevin Durant. And he felt like Kobe, you know, he had been a Kobe fan. Remember, they put Kobe and them out. And Kevin Durant was hurt. That's what made Kobe say that. But it wasn't because Westbrook and them was so good. It's because Kobe was so old. He couldn't check their ass. Harden and them was running all the way from our ass, beating our ass.
Facts.
We just was
couldn't cover him. Yep. Couldn't cover him. They wanted to cover him, but physically they could not cover him. That's all.
And if you think about it, them motherfuckers had dethroned on their way to the championship to play LeBron. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden with Serge Ibaka had dethroned all of the legends.
Yep, San Antonio, goddamn, the Lakers. I mean, yeah, they swept all the gatekeepers and the defense
and the Lakers.
Yep,
got all of them up out the way. That's why I said LeBron bitch ass gonna lose. That's why I told y'all. I watched that look in his face.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that look in his face. I said, you know what, Kevin Durant, is stuck. He don't want none of LeBron James right now.
Mm.
And I had to give it up. That's why they beat him. And then James Harden, that's really what started the big game shit. He did not show up in the finals.
Yeah. Which was crazy because he had a great Western Conference final.
Yeah. Remember, he fucked Manu. Think about that, y'all. He fucked Manu Ginobili up. James Harden ended Manu Ginobili career.
Yes, he did. Yes. We watched it. We saw it.
He turned Manu Ginobili to a watching role player.
And Manu had that classic Legends pride. He was like, I don't need no help on the switch, none of that stuff. And he was getting torched off the pick and roll to the cup. I was like, damn.
It was Baker Manu way. Manu was getting barbecued out of that joint.
Pop was over there looking at him, just shaking his head. You know, and Pop, to his credit, he ain't go in on his guys. He's like, look, yo, y'all just played some motherfuckers and just got your asses kicked. That's all.
Yeah, oh man, what can I say? That's what Pop
yeah,
we're
basically,
all old,
you know,
they're all young, we're slow, they're fast. It's nothing we can do.
They ain't too much. Yep.
And you bailed them motherfuckers out. You bailed them out. You bailed them out. Know why? You let James Harden go for not $8 million a year, but $8 million total.
Yeah.
He was only asking for $8 more million on a 4-year contract extension. James Harden should have been yours for $2 million a year extra.
Wow.
You ended up losing them, turning Houston to a dynasty. That's when motherfuckers got mad at Kevin Durant the next year. He was like top 5 players, and Dwayne Wade was on there. He said he's overrated. It was like, what? He said James Harden need to be on there. He one of the best 2 guards in the league. Y'all about to see. And the next thing you know, what do we see for the next 7 years?
Right.
Man,
worst front office in the history of the NBA, Oklahoma City.
Bro, they had 4 future
worst
All-Stars
ever.
Think about that, mind and body. The team that they housed, ended up beating LeBron. All they needed was Kawhi Leonard to beat LeBron. That wouldn't have been enough to beat OKC, but that was enough to beat LeBron. So why not let them get old together and beat LeBron the next year?
See, that's good coaching right there, and that's good general managing right there, LVZ.
And that's like what Sam Mind say. That was bad ownership. That was Sam Presti didn't want to pay him, and now look at you. You a dog. Now you a shithouse motherfucking franchise.
Straight like that. Starting a 19-year-old rookie who don't know what the hell he's doing out there.
You know that white boy? What the fuck is he?
I have no clue, though. I'm sitting there like, is this what? What is this? What's the press on him? What's the hype? What? I'm like, this nigga don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
What position he play, Mahar?
I don't even know, to be honest with you.
Josh Giddey is his name?
Maybe. I don't even know.
He's a shooting guard.
He's a shooting guard?
Yep.
Ain't this a white guard? Go ahead. You go ahead. You do you.
Bro, I'm so happy for my Chicago Bulls this season, man. We actually playing some good basketball for a change.
I told you that was gonna happen, though. I told you that was my team. I'm picking.
Yeah, I was excited about what we was gonna do. Lonzo's finally playing good ball now, which I'm happy about. You know what I mean?
I said Lonzo gonna be an all-star.
Yeah,
he might be now. He might be. If he
watch how his game catch on fire in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Heading into December. Watch.
Man, I'll tell you this. If Lonzo continues to play well, he might be, man. And then we got DeMar DeRozan playing well with Zach LaVine. Let me tell you something right now. I'm not mad per se because he's on my team, the Bulls. But how the fuck did Tom Thibodeau let this man get traded that way in Minnesota, bro. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Bad move, bro. Listen, I'm gonna. Can I get this off about the Timberwolves, bro? The Timberwolves, man, have been terrible. Just with draft picks, signings, trades, you name it, bro. And Steph Curry being drafted, not being drafted by the Wolves, and then we drafted Ricky Rubio and Johnny Flynn before Steph Curry, and then we drafted Ray Allen in '96, and then traded him for Stephon Marbury. Man,
Bro, when you think about it, a lot of these GMs, a lot of these coaches are people who have been getting like high praise since like the age of 5, and they always think they know what's in the best interest of everyone because that's the light and the placement they've been given their whole life. I mean, they get to head coach and they get to GM and they think, you know what, I'm going to do this, and I have been given by my hire carte blanche to do it. Instead of doing what's in the best interest of the team, they are egomaniacs. It's just a bunch of them in the NBA. Always has been.
Way too many,
historically.
Yeah, I'm with one for I don't like Thibodeau for real. Thibodeau is a 4-year coach, y'all. Don't go out at Mahari for real. He ain't consistent. I'm with sound mind on this. Let me tell you about Tibbs. He good the first 4 years. After that, he either well on the team or offensively he can't grow. He begins to start adding a bunch of bullshit ass players who don't add anything offensively. Like this, the guy that had Randy Brewer son. I mean, Corey Brewer son, not Corey Brewer, the other Brewer. He had Ronnie Brewer. Right. Ronnie Brewer. We give Thibodeau credit for giving us a Jimmy Butler. But to be honest, that's the type of player Tibbs likes. And they're good to have. He's good with the overachiever player. But he hasn't shown he's able to go further. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't shown he's able to add better play. That's why I like the Knicks. This is the first team he ever had I seen with a lot of bullets in the gun.
Yeah.
The vision of Leon Rhodes.
Look, we'll see the playoffs. Yeah. You see the playoffs. Yeah, Derrick Rose always look good as long as he can play a little bit. He ain't got to play the whole game. Yeah. Derrick Rose gonna look good. He ain't got to play the whole game. Now he could play his spurts, and him and Kimber can share time, and you don't lose nothing offensively. I like the dynamic that they both have. You push the pace, you're not gonna lose no speed. You might lose. You ain't gonna lose no speed, but what you lose with Kimber, you gain with Derrick, and what you lose with Derrick, you gain with Kimber. So it's a really good mixture. I like it. But Thibodeau is my only thing I'm scared about, y'all. I think he'll find a way to fuck this offense up.
He will. Trust me, bro. He was the coach of Chicago. I know this. He'll find a way to mess this up, man.
He's a 3-4 coach. Look, Knicks fans, listen at me. You're going to be good this year because this year too. Y'all going to be worse next year than you are this year. You might still make the playoffs, but this year going to be your max out year. Try to get as much out of this year as you can, y'all. Because by year 3, y'all going to be worse than last year. Then by year 4, y'all going to be damn near in the play-in again. That's the way he coaches.
Yep.
And we've been watching it for the last, 15 years?
Right. He going to run your ass in the ground. He don't play a lot of players. He relies heavily on his best players. And in a few years, a lot of the players even gonna be that he relying on now gonna be gone.
Yep.
Ain't that the truth?
And he never adjusts his offensive scheme. He just try to find players that will fit it, which lets you know he he is, as you said, a limited coach. 4 years at best.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it ain't no hate on the Knicks. I saw when they got him, I said, yeah, he's a good coach. He gonna be good. He gonna be good. I knew he was gonna be good for Julius Randle. But I also knew, I said, he gonna get in some gritty players. He might even look. He got a couple of former Bulls, Derrick Rose and Taj. I
Right.
said, I know this dude. This dude a defensive coach. After a while, niggas gonna be able to drop buckets on them, and they not gonna be able to score.
Right. He looks good when his program works. You know, his scheme. He looks good and gets plenty of press when his program works with the players that are able to execute it. But it's like you were saying, a limited scope when you taking the same template and pressing it on every team you're coaching and trying to do the same thing. Defense heavy, defense minded. Yes, that's great, but the nuances of the game don't allow your defense you're playing to go past, let's say, the first round of a playoffs, or close, let's say, or close out a close race going into a finals. We saw that with the demise of the Bulls going on, where they still had a lot of talent, but you seen his coaching style exposed.
Right.
Yep. And then he started to limit him.
Exactly.
like,
what are you doing?
This motherfucker gelato. Look, he got the limiting their motherfucking growth though. After a while, their whole team became Derrick a bust.
Mm-hmm.
And then because they got lucky and got Jimmy Butler, it was Derrick and Jimmy a bust.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sound Mind say, that's a great college coach. But in the pros, when it ain't Derrick or Jimmy, you gotta adjust.
Gotta adjust.
The whole.
You gotta adjust.
Mm-hmm.
You could always tell when a stagnant team, Bulls team in the 90s was being, when the let's say the coaching was being left in the hands of a Tex Winters, because Tex understood the defense of that team too. Don't get it twisted. You know, he basically built the architect of the team. They try to limit what he did as far as the program and whatnot. But no, he gave the defensive and the offensive strategy for that team. They had coordinators, mind you, but everything ran through him for a final say, because if there was something wrong that didn't fit the scheme with the players in, he couldn't adjust. He'd be like, no, we can't do nothing with that. So, you know what I mean? There's a point, like LV saying, where you have to be able to take the scheme and be like, all right, here's where I have players who know how to play basketball, and let's let them play basketball. I will coach the moments, you know, but maybe the scheme is not going to work for this game or this series, these playoff games, so on and so forth, the next year going forward. Would it, you know, here's a caveat. They always talk about Tony Kukoc was saying that the coach of the team was Scotty, Michael, and Phil. You know what I mean? Which lets you know at some points Phil didn't know what the hell he was doing, and it was just like, all right, Scotty, run the point and just get us there. Give it to Michael. He's slumping, whatever. There's a point where you turn it over to the guys who actually know how to play the game, which is one of the things, you know, is exposing a lot of the coaching this year. I think Steve Nash is a horrible coach, bro. Honestly.
Right. And ain't none of the ballpark eaters gonna catch what Tony said. None of the ballpark eaters.
They never will.
Tony said Scotty, Michael, and Phil.
Facts.
He did that on purpose.
He did it on purpose.
Scotty is the only who knew what to do on every play. Michael didn't even know where to be on defense sometimes. Scotty used to have to tell him.
You
Michael,
know, you never,
like Westbrook, just standing there without Scotty Pippen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
James Harden, 18, 10, and 12 assists off 6 for 9 shooting. That's good. Good and efficient.
That's point guarding right there.
Yeah, that's real good. I don't mind that.
Hey,
fellas,
yo,
I'm about to,
LBZ, I'm about to dip out though, but I was gonna
I
ask you
was
real
about
quick.
to shut it down. But go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to ask you real quick. Are you going to order the Scottie Pippen book and get some and review it a bit on your channel?
Nah, but I should, cause I'm not. I should order 20 Scottie Pippen books and send them to all the ballpark Eagles.
Bro, I pre-ordered the book actually through Google, ebooks, and I'm actually going to start reading it when it comes out. I think it's going to come out this week, so I think that it should be interesting to see what he has to say and some of the reply backs from the documentary that he kind of like had an issue with. Because I think there's more that Pippen is going to bring out in this book than the documentary showed. So, but we'll see.
I heard the name of the book is Scottie Pippen, Fuck All Ballpark Eagles. So I might have to buy that with a title like that. Bert, the man said, fuck all ballpark Eagles.
Damn, LBZ. Wow, man.
Would you say they be having a family? We say they have the JD autism. Yo, I be dying.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Hey, son, man, look, don't come in here typing that motherfucking good conscience shit. You might be on my good side after that man said Mike Rowe was easy, to be quite honest. You got guaranteed 20 to 25 shot at the shit 20. If Mike got 20, he yelling at motherfucker Phil Jackson. Got a guaranteed 25 to 28 attempts and had to play team defense. No, shut your mouth, man. Don't say that.
Bro, can you imagine this as the scheme? Not win the game, but give the ball to Michael. What?
That's what I said. That used to be.
What?
Will Smith is based off Michael Jordan. Just get the ball to Will. Remember that shit on Fresh Prince?
Yes. Yep.
The ball to Will.
That was the Will.
Yep. Get the ball to Will.
He told Scotty, look, you can dribble up and down the court, but you pass it to me when it's time to shoot. What kind of shit is that?
What is that? LVZ with the in the LVZ's breakdown with the JDRs and whatnot. There's the point where you could clearly see. Well, here's the thing. I went back and watched that game. It was Indiana Pacers versus Chicago Bulls, where Michael was getting talked out of his game by the great Reggie Miller, and LVZ was like, "Hold him, Horace." I'm gonna scratch his eyes out, which is what he did.
Eyes out.
Here's the thing, though. This nigga Horace Grant actually held him. I looked at it. I said, "No, Horace, why?"
Let him fight. Let him fight. That's what it was, though. Should let them fight, man. Let them fight. Let them choose fight it out, bro.
A cheap one. He scratched him across his face.
Dr. J. Dr. J said, I'm a dumb brother. I'm not dumber than you. You watching somebody you think is dumb.
Hey, that sound like a William Byrd in a nutshell, bro.
Yeah, you sound like an idiot. You're a moron if that's the case. So you watching somebody you think is dumb.
Just remember one thing. William Byrd is still thinking about you, man, and he'll be reporting like, man, you hear what this dude LVZ got to say, man? You hear what this dude, man, fuck LVZ, man.
Well, why is he still talking about me, man? He need to be talking about. He need to be talking about that motherfucking that dentist. That
I knew he's gonna say that.
That's it. All right, look, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man.
All right, family. Appreciate you having
man.
me.
Peace. Have a good night, man.
You know, family. I'm out, y'all. Peace, family. Peace to all the family. Love y'all, man. LVZ. I'm out.